the most interesting division in all of football, in my opinion, is the NFC North this year.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Look, fantasy. Go ahead, Mo. Did you want to say something?
No. I was going to move on to another point. So you finish. Yeah, finish what you were saying.
Fantasy-wise, I have the Vikings winning the division because I just think they have supreme talent. They have Dalvin Cook is back. Latavius Murray is obviously, he's a fantasy-relevant player. Stephon Diggs is turning himself into a premier wide receiver, and Adam Thielen, I think he'll have a bit of a drop-off this year, but
he's still pretty good.
Solid. And look, Kirk Cousins is there, and the team defense, Vikings is probably a top 3, top 4 defense in the NFL. I have them actually, and this would be a surprise, fantasy-wise, I have the Lions in second place. So
okay, that's interesting. Why do you say that?
Because I just think, look, they have 3 solid receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great O-line. O-line has nothing to do with fantasy, but they have 3 fantasy-relevant receivers. They have a stellar young buck, Kerryon Johnson.
Or at the very least, they have 3 running backs that together can form one pretty good one.
Basically, yeah. Riddick in the PPR, but we don't even want to mention that because we don't do that kind of game.
Stafford is solid.
Stafford is solid, and I think that the Lions would finish second in a fantasy division over Green Bay, who has probably the best quarterback in football, but we've seen that they don't really have much else. I rely on their running backs right now. I mean, I like Jamal Williams, but look, Devontae Adams. There's certain receivers I would look at maybe ahead of Devontae Adams. Even Stephon Diggs. I mean, that's a conversation still.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you said that because in my other league, my home league, I had Devontae Adams and Stephon Diggs like carrying over and protectable and stuff. And for like salary cap reasons and overall strategy, I decided I wanted to trade one of them. And I had a choice for who to trade. Adams, who's a little bit higher ranked, but also a little bit more expensive. And Diggs, who's a little bit cheaper, but also all the excitement there is about him. I chose to trade Adams, and you're making me feel better about that. So
Devontae Adams had a huge concussion last year. He was hit pretty hard. He's had a few concussions in his career. Randall Cobb seems to be on the trading block. Jimmy Graham is like 85 years old, can't jump.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's why the Packers are the 3rd place team. Still better than the Bears because the Bears are a 4th place team. They're unproven. So they have some pieces there, but the only piece that we can actually rely on is Jordan Howard.
Everybody else is speculation.
Everything else is speculation. So, I think Howard's a low-end RB1 or a high-end RB2.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else to be determined. We'll see. We'll know. We'll know. It might take a few weeks for them to get meshed, but I think the Lions and the Vikings would make the playoffs in the fantasy playoffs in the fantasy divisions. The Packers would probably finish 9-7 and miss out.